Alright, round 2 of Goku versus Superman Death Battle. Now, for those of you who don't know, I kind of mentioned this on Twitter a little bit already, but I was trying to distance myself from this as much as possible. Maybe if I just pretended it wasn't happening or didn't really talk about it much, people wouldn't bug me about it. But it happened. I've been tweeted 100 million times. It's been flooding my comment section already, and it hasn't even been out for a day yet. Goku versus Superman Death Battle round 2. Now, like I said, I haven't given a shit about anything ScrewAttack's done in a long time, and I don't plan to. But this is something that I wasn't going to make a video on, but I'm going to be asked about this. I'm going to be asked about this a lot until I do. So I'm just going to do it to get this out of the way. Goku versus Superman Death Battle round 2. Thundershot, what do you think of the fight? I had a small glimmer of hope because, like I said, it was one of those things I knew I was going to have to watch. I haven't given a shit about Death Battle or anything they've done in a long time. But it was one of those things I was going to have to watch. So I had this small glimmer of hope. And admittedly, I don't know a lot about Superman Prime, right? Other than he got the new solar flare ability where he blows up half the universe and then he can't do anything for 24 hours. I didn't know a lot about it. But what I was hoping for is that Superman Prime was like a whole new Superman comic. You know how like they'll kill off a character, or not kill him off, but they'll start a new comic where basically it's kind of like you push a reset button on the universe and the character starts over and they're quotation marks power level, I guess, essentially, or powers and things like that could be a little bit different. Their backstory might be a little bit different, or what they do is obviously going to be different. It's a new comic line. I was hoping Superman Prime was a new comic line that didn't pick up where old Superman was, because like where the Superman was that they used in the first Death Battle, it's essentially, and like people come to me all the time because I'm a Dragon Ball fan. They're like, oh, you're a Dragon Ball fan, clearly you're mad Goku lost the first Superman Death Battle. I'm not upset at the first, I'm not mad Goku lost the first Superman Death Battle. Their stats on Goku were really wrong, but it didn't matter, and it's the same case for Death Battle 2. But just to touch up on Death Battle 1 a little bit, their stats for Goku were really wrong, but at the end of the day, it didn't matter because the Superman they used for the first Death Battle. Let me explain to you the rules and just how simple of a guy Superman is to figure out real quick. And if you've seen the Death Battle already, if you haven't seen the Death Battle, you don't really need to watch it. It's not anything special. If you have seen it, they kind of mention this at the end of the video. But let me explain to you the rules for Superman real quick. Superman, and these are just the flat-out rules to Superman, is better than anything you're ever going to fight in your entire life. Nothing can beat Superman no matter what ever, unless you use a rock. Unless you use that kryptonite rock, right? That's it. Those are the rules to Superman, and that is the extent of Superman. That's Superman's entire character. Broly almost has more character than Superman when you put it into perspective. But yeah, that's the extent of Superman and his capabilities. He's going to beat anything no matter what, unless you use the rock. And sometimes if you use the rock, it's still iffy, right? And that's it. So it does not matter how strong Goku is, no matter what. Like I said, they got their stats really wrong on Goku, which is why I don't go to ScrewAttack for a trusted source to see who's going to win or lose things anymore. But regardless, Goku was supposed to lose the first Death Battle. So I was hoping that this new Superman Prime's setup was going to be something a little different, right? I was hoping it was going to be Superman Prime had a reset. Maybe this Superman actually had limits. Maybe Kryptonite wasn't as effective, but he could actually be beat. You know what I mean? I was hoping for a Superman that had a reset on power level, had something that could fight it out with. And apparently, either that's not the Superman they used, or the Superman Prime is just old Superman, but with a new ability. Because I thought they were going off. Maybe I have it wrong. I thought they were going off a Superman Prime thing. But maybe it's just old Superman, old brokenly OP, unkillable, whatever Superman, but also with the new ability. Which, why would he even ever use that ability if he can already beat everything? Like, I don't know. It doesn't. If you get a new power that really only makes you weak for an amount of time, like, what's the point? I don't know. Superman's a boring character. I'm sorry. So no, if I would have known from the get-go that they were just using the Superman from the old Death Battle fight, then once again I'm gonna say it doesn't matter how strong Super Saiyan God or Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan is, because the same rules to Superman still apply. He can't be beat no matter what unless you use that rock. And in the first Death Battle fight, Goku blew up the rock, the Kryptonite rock. And in the second battle, I don't even think it was anywhere to be shown. And if it was there and Goku doesn't use it, like, Goku just loses, and that's just how it is. So I guess my real thing with it is, number one, obviously, and this is going to be pointed out in everyone else's video ever, we know nothing on how strong Super Saiyan God or Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan is. We don't know if Super Saiyan God is even stronger than Super Saiyan 4. So, like, if we don't know, if we don't even know if Super Saiyan God is stronger than Super Saiyan 4. So why redo the fight if you're using the same Superman as before? If you're using the same super strong Superman, and we aren't even sure if new form Goku isn't as strong as the previous form Goku that lost to Superman, why redo the fight? We don't know if Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan is stronger than Super Saiyan God. We don't know that. Like, that's something that could actually be argued. There's a couple people that have videos out on that already. We don't know if Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan is actually stronger than the red-haired form. So why redo the fight if we don't even know how strong Goku is? And we know we're using God Superman, right? You know what I mean? And then if you actually watch the fight again, and this is one of those things where I've been telling people for a while that if you go to watch ScrewAttack, don't watch to find out like who the end result is. Like, yeah, they're definitely right on the end result for Goku versus Superman Death Battle 1 and 2. They're right. Goku would not win those fights. Like, even no matter how strong Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan is, with those rules I gave you about Superman earlier, and how ScrewAttack perceives him, he's just not going to win those fights no matter how strong he is. But if you go back and you look at the fight, what was I talking about? Oh, no, to accurately... ScrewAttack. If you're going to watch their stuff, watch it because you like the animation and because you like the fights and the way that they pull out. Which, again, for this fight, it was kind of weird because usually, like, their fights, I guess, are close for the most part. They at least look like a fight. This fight was just Superman shitting on Goku the whole time. Like, just Superman shitting on Goku. Goku throws out a Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Kamehameha wave, and Superman walks through it and then, like, grabs Goku, snaps his neck, lasers his eyes. It's over. I mean, that kind of, like, that's it. So it's not even, it wasn't even like a good fight. It was just Superman just shitting on Goku. So once again, why do the fight? Like, that's another thing that comes back to mind. But no, I'm watching this fight and I told myself, how long until I see something that's wrong? How long until I see something that's clearly, that already tells me ScrewAttack doesn't know what they're doing this time around? And I get about 4 seconds into the fight. Now, well, they weren't fighting yet, so the fight hadn't really started. Goku shows up, says, "Hey, Superman, let's have a rematch." Superman says, "Whatever." And then Goku goes Super Saiyan God. Red-haired Super Saiyan God. Didn't hold hands with any Saiyans. Didn't, like, channel their energy to him. He just transformed into Super Saiyan God. I guess he can do that now. I don't know. They know something I don't, I guess. So I was like, okay, we're not in the fight yet, and our ScrewAttack's already fucked up. So that's a classic. So no, I don't know. That's pretty much all I got. With the rules to Superman and how they work, and if they use the same Superman as last time, they don't know anything about Goku, but they don't need to know anything about Goku. Because that Superman is just the exact same one that they used from Death Battle Round 1, who can't be beaten unless you break out the rock, because Superman's an exciting character. So I guess at the end of the day, my only real question is, like, why redo the fight? There's no point in that. Because, like I said, it wasn't like a good, like, if you were going to bring us, like, having Superman win a second round is whatever, but if they were going to bring us the Superman Prime that had limits, then argues for Goku being made because we don't know how strong Goku is yet in his new form. But at least we could have had a good fight, right? We could have had a good fight. It could have been a real back and forth thing, but this wasn't. Like, it's like, hey, let's do Goku versus Superman round 2, and the first fight was better. The first fight, like, at least Goku would transform, get some hits in, get some good shots in, and then Superman would hit him, and then Goku would transform again, and then Superman would hit him, and then Goku would transform again. This time around, I think Goku landed like 2 punches right off the bat, and then Superman just shit on him. Goku transformed, didn't matter. Superman walks through a Kamehameha and just shit. So why redo the fight? Why redo the fight? I mean, other than the fucking dollar signs, obviously, that are popping up. Views in Monet, and then people are going to tell me, well, Thundershot, you're really only making this video for money. And that's partially true to an extent. I am going to pull good views off of doing something about their video, and that's true entirely. And I don't like the idea that even though I'm telling people that ScrewAttack is boring and their facts aren't right, and the animation for this Superman versus Goku Death Battle Round 2 was really shitty, and there's no point in them redoing the fight at all, there are still people who are going to go and find ScrewAttack off this and watch ScrewAttack for the rest of their lives, or however long ScrewAttack goes or whatever. And that bothers me a little bit that I'm pointing a direction to it. And like I said, to an extent, like, I'm going to get views off this. I'm going to get subscribers off this and things like that. I'm going to get people who unsub because I'm a Goku fanboy who hates Superman. But like I said, another reason I wanted to do this is because I'm going to be asked. I have 112,000 subscribers. All of them know who the fuck Goku is. A good number of them have heard about the ScrewAttack Goku Superman Death Battle, and I was gonna get asked this a billion times, so I figured I would do this video and knock it out of the park. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Like I said, I come out of the woodwork when ScrewAttack touches on DBZ stuff to just kind of tell you guys again, ScrewAttack, their facts are way off, like just their lineup. Like I'm not even gonna start. I was gonna go on a huge rant on all this shit that they got wrong, but there's enough videos on that already. Yeah, so I don't know, especially if you're looking for a proper end result, ScrewAttack's not the place. If you do enjoy the animation when they do have decent 1v1 fights, I guess ScrewAttack's alright, if that's your jam. But other than that, I really don't know why they made a round 2 fight. I think the idea is kind of dumb, but those are my thoughts. That's That's how I feel about the fight. Let the wow Thundershot, what a fanboy hater comments ensue in the comment section. I guess let me know how you felt about the fight in the comment section down below, if you saw it, or if you haven't seen it, just, I don't know. But that's going to wrap it up for me. Thank you guys for coming out. I hope you guys enjoyed. I am Thundershot, and I'm out. Peace, guys.